And I guess we'll be watching to see how the opposition picks up this story and runs with it. Likely, you would think tomorrow, as they did with the comments of Penny Wong made yesterday when it comes to the Middle East.
It does seem a shift, these comments, Kieran. Foreign Minister Penny Wong coming off the US line when it came to her statement calling for a ceasefire as soon as possible in the Israel-Palestine conflict over the weekend.
What I would say is we all want to take the next steps towards a ceasefire, but it cannot be one-sided. Hamas still holds hostages. Hamas is still attacking Israel. Now, we know Hamas is a terrorist organisation. It's demonstrated that it has no respect for international law, but Australia is a democracy and so too is Israel, and the standards that we seek and accept are higher. And we do call on Israel to cease the attacking of hospitals.
I think everyone wants to see a ceasefire. Everyone wants to see an end to this war. Show me a person who doesn't want to see an end to this.
So you'd understand why Israel would say, no, we don't want to give you time to rearm, for want of a better word.
And I would say that the people of Gaza, the children of Gaza, are not Hamas. Are not Hamas.
It doesn't mean that Hamas would not spend that time rearming.
That's a difficult point that you make. That's why this issue is so vexed, because you have two parties who are unrelenting.
Do you put them on the same level?
You put them on.
One is a terror group, according to the
and one is a fully
government.
militarised, a state with a full military.
All right, so that's Anne Ali backing in Penny Wong. German's Chancellor Olaf Scholz is one who has rejected this ceasefire call overnight, saying a ceasefire would just allow Hamas to go and get more weapons. Ms Wong's language is closer then to that of French President Emmanuel Macron, who called for a ceasefire over the weekend. It's vastly different language to what Shadow Defence Minister Andrew Hastie told Sunday Agenda yesterday, when he said Israel had so far shown restraint during the war.
I think Israel has shown great restraint. I think they have. They've sent millions of warnings to people living in Gaza to evacuate, reminding them that there might be an attack imminent. They've given people the opportunity to get out of the danger zone. For people who say that Israel should show more restraint is really, I think, ignoring the problem, which is that Hamas are using civilians as human shields.
So is this position of Ms Wong's on a ceasefire something that should have gone to full cabinet? Labor is already being accused of being soft in terms of its support of Israel after the attacks on October 7, after Penny Wong called for restraint immediately after those attacks. But on the other side of the conflict, Labor's come under pressure from its traditional voters in Western Sydney and from the Greens concerning its stance in saying Israel has a right to defend itself. Well, Peter Dutton, he wanted to ask the Prime Minister if Penny Wong's position was the official government position in question time today, and the Prime Minister didn't go as far as to say that.
Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister yesterday claimed that Israel, in carrying out its defensive war against terror group Hamas, is breaching international law and should undertake a ceasefire. Is this the government's position?
The transcript of yesterday's interview said that she did not say that. What the Foreign Minister spoke about was perfectly consistent with the motion that was moved in this parliament, that was supported by the opposition on the floor of this parliament, that indeed we continue to support. I condemn unequivocally as well the decision by some to have a demonstration in Caulfield on Friday night, as I condemn unequivocally the decision to ride motorbikes through the eastern suburbs of Sydney. This is a really difficult time, really difficult. And community cohesion matters.